All right. How's that? Can you guys hear me now? There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, apologize. I have multiple monitors set up here, and sometimes they're connected to different ones. So let me start again. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to Funnel Friday. I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for taking time out of your Friday today to learn and make yourself better and make your business better. So I'm going to show you guys how to create more conversations on your website that generates more leads and how we do that with a web chat. So the first thing I'm going to go through is what the data actually says about chat. It's not how I feel. It's not how you feel. Let's see what the actual data says about doing chat. If you believe in it and want to try it, how to get it on your site in just a few minutes, and then some best practices around it. Is everyone ready? Does that sound good? Give me a good thumbs up or high five or wave if that sounds good and you guys are ready to keep going here. Good. All right. So here's the biggest piece of data. This is really where I had the biggest epiphany moment for myself is when I started looking at chat a few years ago. And this is real data. Typically on a contact form, most of us have a contact form on our site, right? Like the old school website, that's like a brochure. It's home, about us, who we are, what we do, contact us. If you need anything, click on the contact us button, fill out this form. Who knows where that form goes? You guys would be shocked at how many businesses that we work with that have a contact form on their website that either doesn't work or they have no idea who's getting those form submissions. So talk about leaving money on the table, right? Like crazy. But only about 1% to 2% of people fill out a general contact form. If you have any questions, contact us because it's very general and sometimes they're broken and it's just not a good user experience. But about 10 to 20% actually engage in a chat. So think about that number for a second. If you had 100 people come to your website, maybe one person fills out a contact form versus 100 people that come to your website, or 10 to 20% of people actually engage in a chat. Those are significantly high conversion numbers, right? So really important what I'm about to share with you guys on how to engage one of these so you're not leaving money on the table. So here's some data, and I've got a lot of data. I'm not going to read through every line, but I am going to read through every line on these first couple slides. So today, more than 41% of customers expect live chat on your website. That comes from Forrester's research. So that's almost half of all people that come to your site actually expect there to be a live chat option. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm online somewhere, if I'm looking up like Jeep parts or going to a site I like, I too expect there to be some sort of chat if I get stuck or need help, that they're going to be able to come to my aid. For mobile traffic, the number is as high as 50%. So if you think about it, how many people are on their mobile devices all the time, have it glued to their hip or glued to their hands, and they're used to having conversations on the phone through texting, through chat. Now we're introduced with systems like Slack instead of email. And so everyone is getting used to conversations in chat, and a form is like a one-way conversation, right? It's like, I'm sending this into a black hole. I don't know what to get on the other side, but here we go. I hope someone gets this. A chat is a two-way conversation to say, hey, this is my problem. This is where I need help. Can you help me? And you expect there to be a solution at the end of that conversation, and you get to capture them right in the moment. So if you don't offer live chat on your website, you're essentially ignoring your customer, and it's actually the fastest way to lose business. You don't want that. So the good news is companies that do use chat to communicate with their customers see numerous benefits, including, these are real important ones, increased sales, increased satisfaction, and increased service. How many of you guys want that for your business? So another stat here, according to Crazy Egg, is 38% of consumers are more likely to buy from a company if they offer live chat support. So we talk about using it for sales and leads, but also for support. And if you guys have been on Genie Rocket, you can see we've got our live chat support. But that is a big differentiator. If you have live chat, it makes you feel more relational, it makes you feel available, and it shows that you're here to help solve those problems quickly. And it's a great way to bring visitors back to your website. So eMarketer discovered that 63% of customers were more likely to return to a website that offers live chat, right? Because now you're training them. This isn't a one-way conversation. You're not just going to a digital brochure, right? You might as well download a PDF and read. You're now engaging and interacting with the brand, and you can get help. And you're training people to say, hey, talk to us, right? We are your guide. We're not just a one-way brick wall to say, click this, get this. We're now going to help you if you get stuck. I'm not going to read all this, but I hope you guys are getting the joke here, right? Like live chat is important. There's also another side to chat that's automated chat bots, because obviously we don't want someone glued to their phone or screen just responding to people all day, every day. So we need to have a good system for how to automatically respond to people and how to keep people engaged. So it's not just sucking up your time all the time. All right, so bottom line benefits of having chat on your site. So by harnessing the power of live chat, you could be increasing sales and revenue, providing faster customer support, and delivering a better customer experience. I mean, how many of you guys would like to have that? I know I would, right? Always increasing sales and revenue, having faster customer support, delivering a better customer experience. That's the game that we're in business, right? Those are the key things. And if we can do that with a tool, then why wouldn't we do that? So I'm gonna make sure you guys are awake real fast. Let me do a quick poll up here on the screen. I'm curious, how many of you guys actually have chat on your site or funnel right now? So answer this question. Either yes, I do, nope, not yet, or I have no idea. Maybe you haven't even been to your site in so long, you don't even remember if you've got live chat on it. Cool, so a lot of nope, not yets. So the good news is I'm gonna help you guys get that, okay? Are you excited about getting this on your site? So here's another big problem we found. So the problem with like a standard web chat is, you've probably seen this, maybe even in yourself, but users have a very short attention span. So if you're just on a web chat, if you don't get immediate responses and answers, sometimes those people just close the browser, they forget about you. A lot of times we've got lots of browser windows open. I know this happens to me all the time. If I start a chat on like a web hosting website or another, if I'm trying to get technical help, sometimes I'll just flat out forget. I might not have my sound on, so I might not hear the little boop, like new chat. And no customer data is usually captured on the front end. It's you get to engage in a chat, they might ask for your first name, but it takes a long time to actually get all the information from you. And it's all based on the browser. So the second they close that, you're in trouble because there's no way to regroup on those conversations. So that's the problem with like a standard web chat, how it's typically presented. What we found is a great solution, and you guys are in luck because if you're on Genie Rocket, this is what we have, is an SMS chat bot. So this is where you can actually start the engagement online, but then continue it on that customer's phone. And so now they're created a new lead in the system. Their computer might shut down, their browser tab might close, but now you're in their most personal device where they have their best communication on their phone that you get to continue the conversation that you started. How cool is that, right? So imagine being able to engage in someone on a chat, or a future customer comes and says, hey, I've got a question. They type in something and it says, great conversation started. And they continue that conversation on their phone as a text message. So it feels very personal, very real. And now you're in their phone. That's just pretty awesome. So how do you get chat going? Brad, I love what you're saying. I need chat on my website. I raise my hand to say I don't have it. You've shown me that there's extreme value in here for increased sales, increased revenue, better customer experience, better customer service. It's a no-brainer. So there are a few good web tools out there. So there's one called Intercom that does really good web-only chat. It's about $500 a month just for that chat feature. There's another one called Drift that does some automated chat. Again, it's also about $500 a month just for that tool. Those are great tools. A lot of big businesses use them. And then obviously we have the Genie Rocket SMS chat, which is completely free with all the other tools at Genie Rocket, which the whole package is about $297 a month. So those are a few options, when you're looking at chat. There are some good players out there depending on how sophisticated you want to go with chat, but it's a really important one. You'll notice the best brands, the biggest brands, the most customer-centric brands all have chat. If you're in the business of helping other people and giving transformation, then you want to make sure you have a chat because that just mirrors your values. If you say, hey, we help people, but you don't have a way to get a hold of them, then what does that say about your business? So I'm going to go technical here for just a second. If you're on Genie Rocket, here's some steps that you can do quickly to get a great looking chat on your site. So if you'll notice when you log in on the left-hand side, we actually have a section called Chat Widget. You can click this and it walks you through the steps really easy. So you can click the first tab right here, Enable Chat Bubble. So you get this little box now that's going to be in your site or funnel. You get the intro message. You can also use emojis in here, and I'll show you an example of that in a second. So you can say, hey, have a question, text is here. You get to actually upload the graphic of who you want chatting on here. So if you go to genierocket.com, you'll see ours. We've got a little hand wave symbol. We've got a welcome message, and we've got Natalie's picture up there welcoming people in. And then you get what's really cool, guys, this is awesome. And I'll actually share my screen and show this. Return visitors, you can enable a custom greeting. So you can pull their first name dynamically if they're already in your system. So let me share my screen real fast and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you'll notice on our site right now, right here in the bottom right-hand corner, we've got a nice picture of Natalie here that says, welcome back, Brad Parnell. How can we help you today? And so it dynamically knows I'm a returning visitor. It greets me by my name, and it's asking how they can be of help. So I might be a Genie Rocket customer and just looking for like, hey, I lost my login, or I need help with this, or I was looking for this. And now I can just click in here. It already remembers my information. It knows it knows my name, knows my phone number. And now I simply type in a message. Natalie, I was looking to get a new funnel built for my new business. Can you help? So I'm going to click send. Thank you. One of our representatives will contact you shortly. So what happens now is this sends a notification. I'm looking at my phone. So I immediately get notified that I've got a new funnels chat from Brad Parnell and new funnel SMS chat says, hey, Natalie, I was looking to get a new funnel built. So I'm getting this piped directly to my phone to have that conversation. And so what's neat here is now I close this and you'll notice that conversation doesn't just happen right here. Now I'm off my screen, engaged on my phone and having a conversation with Natalie or me or someone from the team about answering their question. And now it's very relational, right? It's not a transaction happening over the website. It's happening on the phone. Isn't that cool? You guys think that's neat? I hope I'm not just talking to myself here. But it is a great way to start engaging in conversations. So I'm going to go back to the slides here real quick. So step one is just simply clicking chat widget in Genie Rocket, answering these questions. And then what you're going to do is once you hit save, there's this blue button that says get code. Get code is, don't get scared here. I'm going to walk you through this. This is not scary. It's just going to pop this up right here. All you're going to do is click this little blue box that says copy code. It's going to copy that whole snippet of code here. And then you're going to go to, if you have a website or a funnel on Genie Rocket, all you have to do, there's a couple ways to do this. If you go to the page itself, you can go to settings, tracking code, and you just paste that code right here under header code. There's also another way you can do it that I'll show you real quick. Let me share my screen again. So we'll go live here. So if we're on funnels and websites, so let's say this Hearst auction example, I want to paste the code here. You'll notice we have steps, stats, sales, and settings. Underneath settings, this will apply to every page in that funnel. So if I wanted to paste that funnel code, I would actually paste it right here in body tracking code, and that's going to ensure it's on every step in the funnel or every page on the site. So that's where you would do it. And then you hit save, and it starts to show up. And now you have a chat. And so you can literally do that in less than 5 minutes. Very quick. You don't have to be technical. And you can see from this screenshot example here, boom. Now, hi there, have a question? Text is here. And now you've got beautiful chatbot on your website. That's not just a chatbot, but it's an SMS chatbot that goes into the most personal device that people have, very conversational to get people engaged in conversations. So again, we looked at that here. When people click on that, immediately this pulls up. It asks for their name, their mobile phone, and their message. And you're now in a text conversation with them. You get the thank you message, and then they're set. So I'm going to show you a couple ways now to set up triggers. So when people respond to that, how could you have an autoresponder, or how could you do some unique customizations with that? Before I move on to that, I'm going to open up real quick with any questions. If you guys are actually following along, you might just be listening and say, oh, I need to watch this later. But if you guys have any questions right now in terms of how to set that up or how the chatbot feature works. Cool. Okay, so let's keep moving on. So what we're going to do next is talk about these chatbot responders. So what's great about this is if you're ever running a special promotion, or you're doing something on like Facebook, or you're trying to get people to opt into an offer, you can use promos. Like, I'm sure you guys have all seen this before. Hey, text the phrase this to this number to get this offer. And you can actually set up inside of Genie Rocket to say, if someone mentions this word or this phrase, automatically reply back with this message. And that message can have a link to a funnel page, a link to an asset, anything that you want. So if you think about it, even on the back of your business card, if you still carry business cards, I don't know the last time I handed out a business card was, but based on your industry, if you're getting in front of people with a great offer and there is some sort of offline experience, that's a great way to get it to them fast. Of, hey, did you want this, free cleaning or free inspection or discount on a product? All you have to do is text this number, this word to this number, and you'll get that special link. And so there's a great way to do that. In order to do that, you have to create a campaign and you have to create a trigger. So a campaign is what holds the message that you're going to send out, and a trigger is what activates the message. Let me say that one more time to make sure you get that. The campaign is what actually holds the messages that go out. So like the text message that gets sent. The trigger is what's going to activate that message to send it to that right person. And so an example of what that looks like is, this is a test trigger I did here. So if I just typed in the word hi, I can say if I get any sort of response back on an SMS bot, then it's going to automatically send that person a text message that says, hi, first name, thanks for reaching out, how can I help? So if you're worried about getting in front of this person quick and with speed, you can have a message like this that buys you a little bit of time. So you're giving their first name, you're asking them a question, and the response back should have a little bit more detail to see if it's worth an immediate response or not. Pretty cool. So I'm going to switch now to live screen share to walk you through some of this. Hope you guys are getting some good value out of today. All right, so you'll notice under campaigns, I'm now in marketing and campaigns, and I like to create folders for organizations. So I have a new folder called SMS bot. And under that, I've got two different campaigns. One's called general chat response. The other is called SMS bot help. What I was going to show on this one is if someone types in the word help at any point in the conversation, they immediately get a certain message back. So that's where you can start to listen for certain keywords. So based on your company, you might think of, what are some words that people are using that will identify a trigger that we need to send something back that can get them exactly what they need in an automated way. So for this one, I'm just going to click in general chat response. So I just have this called the general autoresponder. So all I did here, when you guys set this up, you just go to add event, you click on SMS. We're going to edit this. And this is where we're going to say hi. And then under custom values, this is where you can start to pull in all the information you have from that customer. If we know that they're engaging in a chat, it's asking them for their name and their phone number. So we can always be assured, unless they just left it blank or put something weird in there, that we're going to call them back by their first name. So we're going to say, hi, insert first name. Thanks for reaching out. How can I help? And that's going to be it. That is our general apply back message. We can see over here a preview of what it looks like. If you want to put in your phone number here, you can send test to see what that looks like. We're going to save that. We're going to make sure it's moved from draft to publish. And then we're going to go into triggers down here. And so now we have the chatbot trigger. So chatbot autoresponder. And so this is where we're going to say, if someone replies in this channel, then automatically send this message so we can activate that campaign. So we're going to say the standard trigger is the customer replied. So you've got lots of options here, but customer replied is the one that we're going to choose here. So customer replied. We're going to say replied in a certain channel, and the channel is a chat widget. And you can go even further if you want and say it contains the phrase, it has a tag, it has an exact phrase match. And so please don't lose me here. This is really important. I'm not going to save this one right now, but this is where we'd say if they use the word help, then it's going to activate this campaign. This is where if they say we use the word like special offer, then we're going to send them this campaign and it's going to give them a link to that special offer. Are you guys tracking? Give me a quick like thumbs up or something to let me know that you guys are still here and not sleeping on me. I know this is getting a little bit technical. Cool. So all we're going to say now is if the reply channel is in chat widget, then we're going to add them to this campaign called general chat response. And so that's exactly what we saw here. So if someone just replies on a chat widget and says anything, then they're automatically going to say, hey, first name, how can I help? And then it's also, we're going to say send a text message to my cell phone or to your cell phone. That's going to simply say, hey, there was a new chat. So it alerts me that there was a new chat that happened. And then what you can also do too is pull in. So under custom values here, I go to message and then message body. So we can pull in like this is what they said, and then save it. Make sure it's moved from draft to active, and you are done. So that is, and you might need to go back and rewatch that, but that is how you can install a chat bot on your website. That's an SMS chat, and how to do a simple autoresponder to be in their phone and make it work for conversations. And again, the value here, the tactical part is important. The technical and tactical pieces are important to execute this. But the purpose of this is you want to increase your conversion rate, right? So if you want to see a 20 to 30% increase of people that come to your site, know that 20 to 30% of people are more likely to engage in a chat, in a conversation, than they are just to fill out a form, right? So if you're selling a highly technical product, or there's a way that you can help people, I would get really specific in the question you're asking on that chat too. So you can be a little more specific than general, right? So for example, if you're in the roofing industry, it might say, hey, do you want a free roof inspection? Or do you need a free roof quote? Think about what is the burning question that you can answer for your top customer that's going to be coming to your website. All right. And then let me show you here again too, just in case you missed it here. So once you're already on here, like this is our site again, you'll see the little chat bot in the corner. So this just always exists, really nice and easy. I can always come back here, ask more questions, and it's just gonna live floating on the footer of the site the whole time, which is pretty cool. So let me jump back here to the slides. So I'd love to open this up for questions. I wanted to keep this short for 30 minutes today and not do too much content. I really want you guys to get these kind of small snippets of content value that you can start actually executing. And I promise you, the more that you bring in not just activity for noise, but activity for results, I really want to encourage you guys to actually do some of this stuff. It is hard work and it does take time, but this is the right kind of activity that you want to be doing that's going to help you have a bigger digital presence and get bigger results. So let me know if you guys have any questions on here, or if you even have questions about how maybe this could benefit your business. And I'm happy to bring you on stage. So if one of you actually wants to come on here and ask a live question too, I'll open it up for a few minutes and do that. If you want to introduce yourself and come on with me and ask a question about how this could possibly use for your business. Do we have any volunteers and people that'd like to come up and chat with me for a second or ask a question? Cool. Very glad it was helpful. And again, this can work on, I see lots of familiar faces here. If you've got an e-commerce business and you're selling a product, you might have something that says, hey, do you want a special offer in your inbox, right? If someone's on their main, let's say Shopify page. So for Ginger here that's on with us, we're building her a Shopify website and a funnel. So someone that's on the Shopify site might want to get that special offer. They could say, hey, send me a quick message here if you want to get a special offer, and that offer goes into the funnel page where we're having a very special offer on that funnel. All right, any other questions on the chat side? Do you guys see the value of having chat on your website? Starting to engage people in conversations, and not just on the website, but getting into their phones, right? It doesn't matter if you're B2B or B2C. Really what this is B2H, which is business to human, right? Behind every B2B transaction, you're not doing business with a business, you're doing business with a human, whether that's a person that works at a business or it's a customer or person. Everyone has the same psychological ways that they buy, right? We make decisions based on emotion and we justify with logic, and we want to be treated as humans. So the chat element just really helps on that conversation piece. Cool. Well, hey, I really appreciate you guys all joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic Friday. You're all going to get a replay link in here too. If you need help setting this up, you'll be able to see that. And reach out to us too if you get stuck, if you need help, if you have questions. We're building a community to help you guys succeed and get results. And if you have some success stories too, I would love to hear them. So our team would love to highlight you. If you start to implement these chats and you start to get results, like, hey, I've had 50% more conversations than I've ever had. We're starting to get leads in. We would love to hear this. So please share them with us. If you're not already on the platform, we do invite you to sign up for free, Genie Rocket, so you can start getting chat here. So if you haven't already signed up, come join. You can start doing amazing chats on your website, as well as all the other features that we have. I'm going to open this up a little bit longer. If you guys have any questions at all, we are here to help. So I'm going to go off video for a second. Lorenzo and Natalie, moderators here, are here to help too, so we'll stay on the screen. I'll go ahead and sign off, but we're here on chat to help. Thank you guys again for joining. Really appreciate you. Hope you have an amazing weekend, and hope you guys have great growth in your business and start applying these things. I want to see you guys automate and grow. So we'll see you guys next Tuesday for Traffic Tuesday, and we'll hang on here for any questions. Thanks, everybody.